Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And we're going to be talking about what matters to shoppers, how to get more shoppers to be looking at your items. And when they're looking at the items, because that is your page view, by the way, in Seller Hub, to get them to click and buy your item. So I've got some tips that you may not always think about that can help you to drive what's called conversion. So as sellers, we want to create listings, and this is whether you have an eBay store or not. We want to be busy creating listings that are attractive to buyers. And what that involves, and of course, is lovely pictures, and you do want to do more than one or two. Hey, Sharon, how are you? A great title so that I can tell what the item is. And eBay gives us 80 characters. So it's good for you to use 75 to 80 characters. And then this is something else that can help you. So the person has found your item in eBay search because you have these lovely pictures and a lovely title, and it's something they're interested in. So remember that, right? Because if I'm shopping for a pen, I don't want to be looking at a cell phone case. So that's what eBay search is about, is they are showing the items to the shoppers that meet the criteria that the shoppers have given eBay, right? And that's why filling out item specifics, that's why doing great titles, that's why the pictures, because it gives eBay information about the item. But this is something you may not think about. I shop on eBay almost every day. I shop on the internet a lot. And of course, I shop on eBay. So when I am shopping on eBay, I'm searching for the item. eBay's giving me the items to look at. So I'm searching for the black top. I'm searching for the pen. I was actually just searching for some vitamin supplements for my husband. So I know the brand. I know what size I want. And then eBay shows me a variety of the items, the black top, the supplements, whatever it is. And I go and look at it. I sort, because something with supplements, it has a barcode. So it's going to be comparable items, and I'm going to sort by price. Okay. But then what I do, because oftentimes with something like supplements, but it can also be true with collectibles. And you may think your item is very, very unique, but if it is a teddy bear, there's other wonderful teddy bears, unless it's an extremely unique vintage teddy bear. And if it is, good for you. But there'll be others that are similar. So teddy bears that are similar. Another pretty vintage dress in pastel colors, or another great men's Hawaiian shirt. There's a bunch of great brands for men's Hawaiian shirts. So they'll be looking at several items. Certainly they're going to be looking at price. And then what they do, or what I do, is I click, and I look at the seller. Who am I buying from? The great thing about eBay is that we are able to showcase ourselves as sellers. Now, with an eBay store, there's more things that you have to showcase yourself as a seller. For instance, the About section in an eBay store. But even without an eBay store, you do showcase yourself as a seller. And the way you do that is your feedback. Now, eBay no longer factors that. It is not part of the criteria for best mass search the way it was years ago. But buyers look at your feedback. And why do buyers look at feedback? And think about this, because it's not unique to eBay. It's also on other platforms too. I'm going to click over and look at, what do shoppers say about this seller? And why am I doing that? Because I want to know, is there any, are there any comments about that the item's not as described? Any comments about poor packaging? Any comments about you were a difficult seller to deal with? Now, good buyers know. So again, let's say you have a lot of feedback and you do get one neutral or you do get one negative. That's not going to stop most buyers. If anything, they're going to go and look and see how you handled it. But they're going to really look at, what do your buyers say about you? Because then they know, like I know for me, let's say I'm buying a shirt for my husband. I'm not looking to ever return a shirt that I'm buying for my husband. But if we get it And if it doesn't really fit him right, it doesn't fit him the way he would like, I want to know that doing a return with the seller is not going to be an arduous process. So I'm going to be looking for that they do take 30-day returns. That's what I'm going to be looking for on items. So I flip over and I look, and I just wanted to read some feedback on different people so you can get an idea on this. So for instance, on one seller I was looking at, they said quick delivery. Another one was exactly as pictured as described. And you go, well, that's a pretty simple, sort of commonplace feedback. But as a buyer, that helps to drive a sale. Why? Because when I'm looking at an item, I know that this seller is taking good pictures, that the pictures capture the item because they're saying exactly as pictured as described. When I go and look at the description, they're giving me measurements. Do you know how often I jump on a shirt and I'll be looking at it again for my husband? There's no measurements. And it's a used item. If it's new with tags, I understand not doing measurements because there will be size charts for that brand. And typically if you're buying, Nike, Under Armour, LL Bean, men's flannel shirt, whatever is new with tags, you know what the size is. But particularly when items are used, even if it's like in really great condition and it really looks like the person never wore it or used it, I still think it's a good idea to put the measurements in because it covers you as a seller. And the other thing is, and I've done this for my husband with shirts that he really likes, is I'll be looking at a used shirt for a brand or a style that he likes. I'll actually take the tape measure to one that he has, that he likes the fit, and I'll check the pit to pit measurement, and I will check the length measurement. So that's why I look at the feedback, because as a seller, what your feedback is telling you is what is important to my buyer. If you are getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, if you're consistently getting comments on, wow, super fast shipping, wow, arrived so fast, lets you know, guess what? Your buyers really appreciate quick shipping, and whatever you're doing is working. So yay, yay, yay. Also, if you do a little social media, by the way, it's not a bad thing to call out. It's totally fine to share some of your feedback on social media. In fact, it can be a great thing to do, saying, hey, and I usually typically, it has the buyer ID. I won't do that. I actually go and look up the shipping address. And obviously I don't call out the person's name, but I'll say like Mike M, Kathy T, or from a seller. If you want to, you could say a seller from Missouri, a buyer from Missouri, a buyer from Montana just left me this lovely feedback, and share the feedback, because what it goes to is it builds buyer confidence. We've all had things that we've bought on the internet that have really been a challenge, where the item was not as described. I actually had this happen. Sadly, it was an eBay seller, but it was a big giant eBay seller, so maybe that's why. The item came, it was not what was pictured. Clearly their warehouse had made an error. It was completely wrong. Now, they were fine. I mean, I got a return label very easily because the whole thing had been automated, but their return system was so slow. Thank goodness it wasn't a lot of money. I think it was like $20, $30. But I mean, literally it took me like 2 weeks almost, I think, to get the money back because of just their returns. Their return process was so slow in processing the return. Certainly I could have reached out to eBay. I'm sure eBay could have escalated it for me. But I had the tracking and everything, so I knew I was covered. But it was completely wrong. I mean, absolutely wrong. Whoever did the shipping was not matching the item with the picture. And that is a good thing to do, because we've all made the mistake of sending the wrong thing, is to not be in such a rush when we're shipping, is to always double check the item. So when I'm printing the label and it's for the women's V-neck black top large, that I double check the size label on the shirt. I double check the order, that I'm packing the right item going to the right person, because things like that, can happen. But always look at your feedback. What are they talking about? Some people, I was looking, and that's New York City in the background. I was looking at another seller, and they said, great item will go with my collection. So lets me know, my shoppers are collectors. Great value. So value matters to them. Packed well. Oh, here comes another one. Arrived fast. So value matters to my buyers. Packing well. Okay. So sometimes even when you have to spend a little more money to make sure the thing is really packed securely, or double boxed if it's a fragile item. Why? And even if it's close, this has happened to me sometimes. I'm in New York. So if something's shipping like to California or shipping to Hawaii, I know it's got a really far distance to go. And I always put some extra wrapping on it just to help it stay secure on the way. But items can get really mangled and dented and thrown around going locally, just like New York to New Jersey or New York to Connecticut. So just because something's close, I still want to wrap it really, really well so it gets there. So that's what I was going to suggest is, and this works, by the way, even if you only have a handful of feedback, or if you have 15, 20 feedback, or 100 feedback, or 1,000 feedback, is make time maybe once a week, every couple of weeks, depending on your schedule. Just scan through your feedback and look at it. And what matters to your buyers? You may think, they really care about, my cute stickers. And if you do cute stickers, it's great, because typically you will see some comments from your buyers saying, love the sticker, or such a cute sticker, or love the packaging, that kind of thing. And they're acknowledging your stickers. But look at things like well packaged, particularly if you're shipping collectibles, because of me as a collectible buyer, if I come and read that feedback, I'm like, oh, great. I know I'm going to be taken care of. And this is the other thing I wanted to mention. So back to like ordering the probiotics or ordering the top. But let's say something that's a little fragile. Actually, and this just happened. I just had a woman buy a dress from me, and she messaged me that she was planning on wearing the dress. Oh, my neighborhood is so lively today. Hang on, here comes another siren. That she was planning to wear it for her son's wedding. And I said her congratulations. And then she sent me another message. When are you shipping it? And it was going out that day. I mean, I was packaging it literally like I was planning on wrapping it like 10 minutes later. And part of you sort of goes like, it says 1 business day handling. You bought it yesterday, which means it's going out today. But you know what? This is a woman getting ready for her son's wedding. Okay. Also, this is a customer. Yes, my listing says 1 business day. Yes, I could not respond because I know that the thing is going to get shipped like in a matter of about 30 minutes, and she'll get an automated email from eBay letting her know the item has shipped. But I said, you know what? She's asking, and she's concerned, and she's also super excited about this wedding. So I messaged her back right away. I had my phone with me. That's a great thing. Oh, by the way, the eBay app on your phone is so handy for customer service. I just messaged her right back again, saying congratulations again. And I said, your item, your beautiful dress will ship today. And again, congratulations. Well, she emailed me, she messaged me back again through eBay messages, thanking me so much. Now, here's a woman. She's now excited about her purchase. She knows it's coming. It shipped out today. And she has a seller that responded to her messages. So already she's a taken care of shopper. Okay. Those are the shoppers that are going to come back and shop with me again, but they're also going to shop with you as we take care of our wonderful eBay customers. I'm sowing seed for myself for repeat buyer. Now that we have the repeat buyer alert, thank you, eBay. That's certainly nice to see. But I'm also sowing seed for my fellow eBay sellers, because we're going to have this wonderful, happy shopper who might even brag to her friends about the wonderful customer service at eBay. And people do talk. I mean, when I'm out, I'm here in New York, or I'll be standing online in stores, or people talk. Oh, I shopped on this online site, on that online site. Oh, this was great. Oh, this was terrible. So people talk. We're sowing seed for that. And it's a great way, again, we're building the reputation and maintaining the reputation of the platform. I'm cultivating a repeat buyer, and I'm also cultivating a repeat buyer for eBay. Now, I know a lot of people in the summer we're going through our closets and our belongings. It's sort of like a spring cleaning, summer cleaning season going on. And I also know that there's many new sellers that come onto the platform in the summer, using eBay to save money for vacations, using eBay for money to fill up our gasoline tanks, right? With the price of gasoline lately. But again, for family vacation, it could be for school supplies and everything, because back to school is going to be starting soon. So there's a lot of newer sellers coming onto the platform. And even when you've been selling for a while, I know all my really good, wonderful eBay sellers do this. It's always good to go over basics. I know as a seller, again, we're always learning the new things. But at the same time, I always want to stay up on the basics. Customer service is a basic. Taking care of my customer is a basic, and it's something I'm always reminded of the importance of it. And always to keep an eye out, is there a little extra something I can do? I've actually been thinking about this a lot lately. What little extra something can I do in handling this package and handling this transaction that will really delight my customer and encourage them to come back and shop with me again? But I've written a guide for my newer sellers. And my sellers that have been with me for a while, you are very welcome to grab this guide and use it to go over basics. And if you go over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, you'll see this guide, How to Start Selling on eBay. And I have loaded this. This is a gift. This is from me to you. It's completely free. One is inventory ideas and things that you may not think of. Because again, for a seller, sometimes it gets slow, and I want to keep listing and bringing up new listings, which helps me to get more eyeballs and more buyers. So a great way to get new free inventory, besides going around our homes, I've given you a bunch of ideas to score free inventory that sells on eBay. I actually used one of my own tips just this past week and scored an item that sold for $40. It was actually athletic shoes. So I've included those tips for you in How to Start Selling on eBay. So hop over to my website, I Love to Be Selling, and grab that. I also go over some basics on listing, tips that will help you really write and create great listings that attract sellers. Because again, and actually I was in a social media Facebook group, and somebody was new to eBay and had just listed. And I think their listings were up for about a week, and they're like, well, I'm listing, but it hasn't sold yet. And it was like, okay, there's some basics that you need to know about eBay listing, things about titles, things about pictures, things about pricing. So I've included those for you because in case you're watching videos from a very long time ago, there are things that you do want to do that will help your listings to stand out. eBay is a very competitive marketplace, and there's things you can do that are part of the eBay listing process that can help your items really stand out to your shoppers. So be sure to take a look at that. So my new sellers, welcome to eBay. Please enjoy my free guide, How to Start Selling on eBay. My more experienced sellers, please, you are very welcome to grab this guide again as my gift to you. Sharon, I've been a seller. Sharon is doing great. I'm so proud of Sharon. She sells beautiful men's clothes. But grab this free guide, How to Start Selling on eBay. You will love, love, love it. Again, it is my gift to you. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.